I can't believe you had a child at 18. That's just pathetic. You are barely an adult. What kind of life do you think you can give her? Oh, please. You're just a kid yourself. You don't know anything about raising children.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I love my kid, and I'm doing everything I can to give her a good life.
You're just a kid yourself. You don't know anything about raising children.
You can say whatever you want about me, but if you ever try to hurt my family, I'll make you regret it.
What are you talking about?
If you ever try to come between me and my kids or say anything to hurt them, I'll make sure everyone knows what kind of person you really are.
You wouldn't dare.
My name is Lily, and I'm a stay-at-home mom with a 6-year-old daughter, Nora. And the perfect husband, James. We were high school sweethearts and have been together for 8 years. He's always been the driving force in our relationship, the one with the big dreams and ambitious plans. And I've always been content to support him, to be the one who takes care of our home and our daughter. A few years into our marriage, his business started to see some remarkable improvements. We decided to sell our old house and move to a new town where his business had more resources to grow. I spent most of my time taking care of our daughter and making our new house feel like a home. I was also looking to make new mom friends and set up play dates for my daughter, just to help her get used to here's a new life. Things are going so well until I came across this mean, wicked woman, Claire.
At first, she seemed all friendly and smiley. We met at a parent-teacher meeting, and we happened to sit right next to each other. So what do you do for a living? Wait, what? You didn't finish college before getting married? Well, no, I got married pretty young, actually. Oh, really? How young?
Here I was 18.
Wow. And did you have kids right away?
Yeah, I did.
Well, I guess that's one way to do it. I'd never do that to myself, though.
So, what do you do for what, Claire?
I work for a really great company. It's one of the top companies in our industry.
Oh, that's impressive. What do you do there?
I'm in marketing. I work on some of our biggest accounts and have helped bring a lot of revenue for the company.
Wow, sounds like a really important job.
Well, yeah, but not everyone can do that, you know. I'm sure you're doing pretty well for someone who married at such a young age and missed out on so much.
After the conversation, I got pretty upset and went home in quite a bad mood.
Hey, honey, are you feeling okay? You seem a little down.
I don't know, I'm just feeling kind of demotivated today. And,
What's wrong, Mommy?
oh, nothing, sweetie. Mommy's just a little overwhelmed.
Let's give, Mommy a big hug.
Yes, big hug. Come here, Mommy.
Your hugs made me burst into laughter. I was so grateful for my little happy family that I forgot about Claire for a moment. And then on, I kept a distance from Claire and was not as friendly to her as before. Claire seemed to notice the change her attitude, and I thought she would just leave me alone. Right, but I was so wrong. One day, Claire called me up with the softest voice I'd ever heard. Surprisingly, she apologized. She even invited me and Nora to go on a playdate with her kid at her fancy apartment across the town. I was not expecting that, but I tried to be nice. After all, I knew I would have to see her a lot, and Frisa, we spies about to not smooth things out with her, right? So I politely said yes and got Nora ready for the playdate. Still bad I showed up at Claire's apartment on time, but some of her friends had already been there with their kids. I was confused, but I brushed it off. I greeted the other moms with a smile. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. I'm Lily.
Yeah, we know. Were you always this late? We've been waiting for you.
Aside, Claire told me we were meeting at 3 p.m.
No, silly. I said 1 p.m. We were planning to grab lunch. But you were late, so we already ate.
Oh, I'm sure you said 3 p.m. though.
Okay, honey. You're just a bit late. You can admit it. There.
I was perplexed and annoyed, but I did not want to start a fight. I politely apologized to the other moms. After all, they had to wait for me and Nora for 2 whole hours.
Do you ladies know that Lily actually did not go to college?
What? What do you do now? What are you doing now?
Do you work?
Oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom. That's a lot of work, actually.
Shocking, right?
Then Claire turned to her daughter, Stella, and said something incredibly rude.
Come here, Stella. Did you hear her? She's a stay-at-home mom. If you don't study well, you will end up like her. Promise me you will never do that.
Stella didn't understand what Claire really wanted to say, but the other moms did. They all laughed out loud as if they were amused to watch Claire belittle me. My sweet Nora could tell something was wrong, so she ran toward me and gave me a hug. Watching her get worried, I knew I could not put up with this nonsense any longer. I had to stand up for her and for myself. I can't believe that all of you could be so rude. You said you went to college, but you can't even act respectfully.
Don't talk to me like that. I can't believe you had a kid at 18. That's just pathetic. You are barely an adult. What kind of life do you think you can give her?
Excuse me, I love my kid, and I'm doing everything I can to give her a good life.
Oh, please. You're just a kid yourself. You don't know anything about raising children.
You can say whatever you want about me, but if you ever try to hurt my family, I'll make you regret it.
What are you talking about?
Chasmer or Slime, if you ever try to come between me and my kids or say anything to hurt them, I'll make sure everyone knows what kind of person you really are.
You wouldn't dare.
I picked up Nora and left. I didn't want to waste another minute on those people. Nora seemed much calmer as we walked out, and I comforted her. I promised her everything would be all right, and we would find better friends with good hearts. I felt really good about standing up for myself, and Claire left us alone for a while, but that did not last for long. One day, my sweet Nora returned home with a bruise on her knee. I was really worried and asked her about what happened.
Actually, I was just trying to make some new friends, but they didn't let me play with them. Stella told them to stay away from me, and then she pushed me.
Stella, why would she do that?
I don't know, Mommy. She told me I'm not well-mannered and that I was rude. She told me that I'm never going to be smart enough for college.
Guess what? And what did the teacher have to say about such behavior?
Nothing. I saw the teacher talking to Stella's mom. She told me that it's my fault that I fell. Nobody believed me.
At that moment, I felt my heart race. I was fuming. I knew exactly where Stella learned to be so mean.
Laura must have been going around speaking ill about me to the teacher and the other moms too. I tried my best to calm down because Nora needed me. I comforted her and made sure she understood it was not okay for Stella to treat her that way. She could do whatever she sets her mind to, let it be going to college or building a life without a degree. Fortunately, Nora understood me very well. She's such an intelligent kid. The night after making sure Nora was fast asleep, I told my husband about what happened. Without much decision, he knew exactly what to do. At dashing around, I found out that Claire was hosting a tea party at her apartment that weekend. I gathered everything I needed to confront her and was determined to put her in her place. I showed up at the tea party when everyone was already there. I saw some familiar faces and some new ones. Seems like Claire was really good at making everyone like her when she wanted to. Very well then. I would make sure everyone there knew exactly what kind as a person she was.
Lily, what are you doing here? I don't remember having sent you an invitation.
Oh, you don't? You actually did invite me. How else would I know that there is a tea party here, huh? Claire was surprised that I sounded so confident, but she let me in anyway. She smirked and whispered in my ears.
You're pretty bold for a housewife. Are you here to embarrass yourself?
Oh, why should I be embarrassed, Claire? I intentionally spoke very loudly so that everyone turned their attention to us. Claire looked like she was amused but didn't waste a second to start belittling me. Why shouldn't you be your stay-at-home mom, Lily? You didn't go to college.
You had Nora when you were 18. Little Nora can't possibly be raised properly. That's why I didn't invite her, ladies. Her kid would be a bad influence on our kids.
You're a bad influence. You are raising Stella to be a bully. Do you know that?
You don't get to teach me how to be a mom. I make tons of money and provide for my daughter, and you're just a stupid woman.
Oh, well, how do you make that money? By seducing other men.
Wait, why do you have these photos?
So, why are you surprised? You've been doing this for years. You must have got used to it. The other moms got curious, so they reached out to see those photos. Just as expected, they were all shaken to the core. Those are photos of Claire doing her business dinners. It turned out that she had a reputation for seducing business partners and making them sign contracts with her using the dirtiest tricks. In one of the photos, she was even pregnant with her second child and still holding a glass of wine, sitting in the arms of a well-dressed man.
No, that's not me.
You can lie all you want, but no one's gonna trust you. How do you even get these photos?
Oh, you don't remember my husband, James. You were trying to seal a deal with his company not long ago.
Your husband, James. Wait, how does your husband, you're just a housewife. We're just a housewife. Claire, do you even know how hard it is to be a stay-at-home mom? Being a working mom doesn't give you the right to belittle other people. What do you know, you pathetic witch? I know enough to never live the way you do. Don't ever dare to hurt my family again.
Wait, how did you get these photos? Who did you send them to?
Oh, at this point, Claire went crazy. She was so close to grabbing me, but luckily the other moms held her back and stopped her from embarrassing herself right at that moment. I walked out of her door. I saw her husband coming back from work. He was puzzled to see his wife acting like an insane person, to say the least. He walked in and noticed the photos before he could figure out what happened. Was already well past their door. I left and never looked back. And the moment my husband James found out that she was bullying me, he was already gathering evidence of her being unfaithful with her husband. James never signed a contract with her because, of course, but he didn't fall for cheap tricks. Didn't send the photos to anyone else because that should be enough to let her know she was messing with the wrong people. How long after I found out that Claire's husband filed for a divorce, he easily got custody of the kid because of Claire's questionable behaviors during their marriage. Shamed and alone, Claire was forced to move away, and I never had to see her again. Fortunately, her daughter, Stella, became a much nicer, more thoughtful kid because Claire wasn't there to inflict negative thoughts on her anymore. As for me, I now live happily with my little family. We have managed to make so many new friends, and Nora got to spend time with some very supportive, lovely peers of my life, and I love being a stay-at-home mom